KwaZulu-Natal remains under severe weather conditions as the South African Weather Service issues a level 5 warning for heavy rains and severe thunderstorms. In response, Umdoni Mayor Mbali Cele-Luthuli led a delegation of councillors yesterday to visit affected families and assess the extent of the infrastructure damage firsthand. She joins us now to share more about her visit and the municipality's response effort. Mayor, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us. So what did you gather from the assessment that you guys did yesterday?
Good morning, viewers of News. We really appreciate the time that you made for us to come and communicate with our community and the entire community of Umdoni. Yes, we did go out and did assessment yesterday, and we find a number of houses that were affected, but we decided to go further down in the deep rural areas where some of the structures were damaged, of houses were damaged, and the roads infrastructure was affected. And we went there with our team, disaster team. A number of houses are affected, but we decided that we will give essential services so that our people, in the meantime, while the assessment is still ongoing, they are able to be assisted. And we had a joint meeting with a number of sector departments gathered together, trying to find each other and see how can we quickly respond to our people in the entire community of Umdoni.
Yeah, what's the most critical for you at this particular point?
The most critical areas, it's deep rural areas. Those areas were highly affected because of the stormwater damage, and some of the bridges were washed away. And that is very critical because some of the bridges are access bridges to high schools and to other primary schools. So children are affected, and some of our communities can't even able to come to our urban areas for work because of those bridges that are washed away. But we had an engagement with the Department of Transport. They are coming on board with services that might be quickly in the meantime while we are still doing more assessments.
Yeah. Do you know what the cost of that infrastructure damage is, considering that you also have bridges that have washed away?
Unfortunately, we cannot confirm the cost as yet, but I can assure that the engineers, they are out there doing their job to make sure that they are able to cost accordingly, and we interact with the relevant department in order to make funds available, but we will be able to attend for quick solution in the meantime so that we are able to access those bridges.
Yeah. What's the plan there, especially for school-going children who would have been affected by this bridges washing away?
The municipality and the technical services department, we then prioritize according to the extent of the damage, that which schools that we will try to assist. I will cite one example in your Ward 2, which is the most feathered area that is highly affected. The municipality and the Department of Transport, because those bridges are the bridges of Department of Transport, they've made some material that is available in the institution, and they will be able to attend those issues because that's the area that is highly affected, together with Olwasini area, which is in Ward 18. Also, that is also affected in the roads, that is access road that goes to school and the department road that goes to school. But there is intervention that is made available by these technical departments and engineers working together.
All right. And looking at the displaced families, how many families have been displaced, and looking at the number of fatalities in your municipality?
About 5 families that were displaced, and about 87 households also that was affected. But we are attending to those 5 families. In terms of TRUs, we have made them available. Even yesterday, one of the families that we we visited, we made the TRU available immediately on site, and we continue to assist them with other needs, social needs that is needed, including the social development is there to assist them as well.
Yeah, and fatalities? Two people that have passed on. And yeah, and from the reports that you received, no one reported missing?
No, nothing like that as yet.
All right. So the Human Settlements Minister, Mbali Cele-Luthuli, is expected to go to the province today. I'm not too sure whether the mayor will be part of that meeting that will be taking place. We know that Cyril Xaba, the mayor of eThekwini, will be part of that meeting, including the MEC for Human Settlements, Siboniso Duma. But what would you like to see come out of that meeting, Mayor? If you are not part of it, you can confirm if you will be part of it or not. But what would you like to see come out of that meeting?
I won't be part of that meeting, but I did hear that the minister might visit Umdoni on tomorrow, on Wednesday, but we are still waiting for communication if that is confirmed. But we wish the minister, if it does interact with eThekwini, they not forgetting Umdoni, because Umdoni is about 30 minutes away from Durban. What is happening in Durban, it automatically affects us as Umdoni. We are very close by. And the weather climate, every time what happened in Durban, it does affect Umdoni. Also in Umdoni, we are in the area of deep rural areas, and we are in backlog in terms of housing, and our people are very highly affected, and our housing project has become on standstill because of funding. If they can make funding available also for Umdoni municipality and prioritize and be one of those municipalities that will be prioritized, one will really appreciate, because most of our people are sitting in rural areas and it's a poor village. People are not working, they cannot afford infrastructure. So we will really appreciate if the minister can prioritize Umdoni as well in terms of funding, including the disaster funding in terms of TRUs, if it can be extended, but more so on RDP houses that are ongoing, those projects that are on hold because of funding.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. That is Mayor Mbali Cele-Luthuli, who is from the Umdoni Local Municipality, on the impact that the recent floods have had on the municipality. 5 families that have been displaced, the 2 fatalities that have been reported, and at least no one that has been reported missing. But then there is a problem that they face with the infrastructure that has been affected and the bridges that have also been washed away by these floods.